I'm Danielle, and today, yes, I am telling the story of dressing up as a blueberry for work. So I'm about 5 years out of college now, but back in college, maybe my junior year, I had an internship with the marketing department at my school, at my university. And one of the things that we did marketing for was the dining hall. You might see where this is going, but we had this North Carolina blueberry special event for a week or something, or maybe it was even just for a night. And they were looking for someone on my team, one of the interns of course, to dress up as a blueberry to help market this thing. And I think they asked one person who said absolutely not, and then they asked me and I said why not. And so here's how it happened. I had this big costume blueberry sphere around my body, these big white Mickey Mouse like gloves, and I stood in front of the dining hall all night and I greeted people in as they went into this event in the dining hall. I mean, for some people this would probably be mortifying, and I will say at first it was a little embarrassing, and I did see people I knew and they did take pictures with me, and you know what? After a few minutes, I just started embracing it and I had a great time with it. And I'm so glad I did it, because you know, how many people can say that they've dressed up as a blueberry for work? What I really think is that we take ourselves too seriously sometimes, and it's easy to get over analytical or scared about kind of taking risks, whether they're big or small. And we can easily get embarrassed, whether that's because we're in a blueberry costume or because we think we made a bad decision. I actually love listening to interviews of comedians. I think they're such a good example of risk takers and people who are able to just have the courage to get up there and embarrass themselves sometimes. At first they're gonna bomb, and then, you know, still even as a professional, they're gonna bomb every once in a while. And they just have to face that. But I think what's really special about comedians is that they are just willing to take risks, even in just their daily lives. Because something that I've heard many comedians say before is, well, I'm gonna try this, and at the very least, it'll make a good story. So this is something from time to time that I've tried to embrace in my own life, and honestly could probably embrace more. But what I'm really trying to do here is be willing to go for things and willing to say why not, and willing to just jump in to see what will happen. Obviously this is not like life-threatening scenarios, but especially when it's like a gig, you know, a work gig or something like that, why not? Just at the very least, it will make a good story. And I have to admit that there are times when I'm like racking my brain about a decision and I go back and forth and back and forth. Maybe it's about a big move in my career or where to focus my energy. And it's almost like it seems like the end of the world if I make the wrong decision. And sometimes you just have to kind of go for it, figure out what you think is the best choice with the information you have, and just do it. So remember, let's try to not take ourselves too seriously. And when it comes to decisions, risks, big or small, let's just kind of, you know, if it's not a matter of life and death, maybe just go for it. Maybe it'll make a good story. So I hope you enjoyed this little blast from the past from my interning days in college, and I hope that you learned something, or at least laughed at the fact that I dress up as a blueberry. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to get more, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Bye!